Alrighty guys, welcome back to the 5-9 Gaming Dragon Ball Legends podcast. We're going in for episode 41, the Tree of Shight. And today I'm going to be joined by Xnoctis.
Hey, what's up? How you guys doing?
Hey. And we got Swift right here, the God Ki God.
Yo, what up, fam?
And we got my man Ironcane in here as well.
Yo, what's up, fellas?
All right, so we got some interesting stuff that happened this week. Not anything too massive, but we honestly when I was going over everything, there was actually a lot of stuff to talk about. The first thing that I wanted to go ahead and get into is that we have the new story mode chapter. Not the most exciting thing, but maybe we have some potential news incoming for that, as well as some QOL changes that were very, very beneficial to everyone overall. You want to go ahead and take the reins on this one right here, Swift?
Yeah, for sure. I always like to see these new stories. Legends has a decent story overall. I'm really hyped for, possibly a new Shallot transformation. Obviously nothing's confirmed as of now, but, if they continue to, progress in the story, we could definitely see Super Saiyan Blue Shallot, which would be awesome for the game in general, good for God Ki. I would definitely be a fan of that. And I mean, I don't know. What are you guys? Have you guys played the new? Because I know they recently added a new part to the story. Have you guys played it yet?
I honestly haven't, bro. Like I'm gonna be real honest. Like I kind of save story mode like as my last ditch effort for when like a hype banner comes or something like that. And I'm like, okay, I have this last part of the story mode. I'm gonna go ahead and go ham, get all the CC from that, and then try to dump it into my banners. It's like I save it for like a rainy day.
Yeah, I feel you. I actually went through and played it. Like I said, overall I enjoy the story. I have a good time with it. Like I actually sit there and read through everything, and I enjoy it, man. And it's free CC. And dude, there was one part in this recent story upgrade where it almost looked like they were about to give Shallot a new transformation. Like it showed Shallot base form, and then it like zoomed out, and it looked like he was about to go Super Saiyan Blue, and then he just went Super Saiyan God. I was like, no. But yeah, no, I'm definitely looking forward to Super Saiyan Blue Shallot, man. I just have a gut feeling it's gonna be coming sooner than we think. So I'm excited, man. What do you guys think?
I played the story for a similar reason, basically just for the CC. Like for that one banner that was up to get the free LFZ power, I was really clamoring to get enough CC for that. They gave us the free 1,000 for campaign. That really helped, and completing the story, always a good way to get CC. But yeah, I've always enjoyed the story. I have no complaints. I felt like the twist that happened a couple months ago was actually interesting. Some people thought it was pretty easy to see, but it surprised me personally.
Yeah, dude. But, I'm not gonna lie, I was completely ignorant to that. I did not know that was coming.
Yeah, I was like, no, dude, not the homie. I thought he was the homie. He's like, come on, bro. But
For real.
yeah, I heard some people bring up the fact that it'd be cool if they had like a path type of thing, because they had a Super Saiyan 4 versus God Ki. It'd be cool if you got to choose Shallot's path, right?
Yes.
I doubt they'll do that, but they'll probably just make us go up to blue. But it would be cool if you're like, oh, do you want to go, embrace monkey or godhood, just choose one of those paths. But we'll see what they do. But it'll probably just, you're just gonna go from red to blue, right?
Yeah, more than likely.
That would be super cool, though. I would love to see you could choose between Super Saiyan 4 or Super Saiyan Blue. And then maybe eventually you can get both of them and just choose whatever you want for whatever team you're rocking. That would be a very, like you said, I kind of doubt it, but it would be very cool. I would definitely be a fan of that.
Yeah, dude, honestly, because that gives me kind of like first anniversary vibes. I don't know if you guys remember, but they had like that PvE event where you got to choose. Like you could either go on the side of the gods and you got to play as the Super Saiyan Blue, or you got to be on the side of the fusion where you got to play a Super Vegeta, right? I thought that was so sick. Like honestly, like for a PvE event, like that was kind of hype.
Yeah, it was cool, repping the title. If you want PvP,
yeah.
Oh, damn.
Oh yeah,
you
got the exclusive titles.
Yeah, didn't you kind of fought for your team, right? Depending on what team won, you got a certain amount of CC. I remember I picked the team that lost. I was like, cool, awesome.
Only losing, man.
Always.
Oh my god. But yeah, honestly, a Super Saiyan Blue Shallot would be so damn sick, especially because I feel like when Super Saiyan God Shallot came out, he was just such a menace.
Yeah.
And I honestly feel like if we got that Super Saiyan Blue Shallot, like God Ki would probably be one of like the best free-to-play teams in the game, if not the best, because you already had the Zenkai Super Saiyan Blue Goku, right, for free, absolutely free. And if you got Shallot, you just need pretty much the main component that you need right there, and then it's just GLaDOS, right?
Yeah, no, I think Shallot would be a very cool addition to the team. He's, obviously 100% type neutral. The only thing to be considered is his Z ability is for just general health for Saiyans. So, I mean, it would really depend how good he is. Like, if he's super viable, then I could easily make an argument for throwing him on the team and just, seeing how he does. But at the end of the day, you can always make kind of like a more Saiyan-based God Ki team if you really want to. But yeah, I think overall, if he's a really good unit, he's 100% type neutral. Regardless of his Z ability, like I said, if he's good enough, I'll make a spot for him on my God Ki team. So I'm definitely excited for him. Like I said, hopefully sooner rather than later. I definitely want to see Super Saiyan Blue Shallot very soon.
Yeah, I think the problem with Shallot is that he has like no staying power. Like I remember when the SS3 transformation came out, he was good for like a couple seconds, and then like eventually got power crept. The same thing with the God transformation. Like he was really good, and then eventually just pushed to the wayside. So I think they need to give him some like staying power, maybe some like buffs to give the allies. Like wasn't the SS2 transformation where like he buffed allies in some way? Like just something to keep him like on, like not just like as a bench, or I don't think people use him as a bench, but just so people want to keep using him like after months after he gets like the next transformation, right?
Yeah, I could be wrong. If I can remember right, I think the Super Saiyan 2 transformation, he was almost like a
he was like a scuffed Bardock.
Yeah,
like exactly.
Bardock,
he offered those support buffs for like other Super Saiyan 2s, which is kind of cool. So yeah, I mean, dude, imagine if they did something like that with God Ki. Like he goes Super Saiyan Blue, and he somehow supports the God Ki team. I don't know. That'd be really good. But definitely excited for Super Saiyan Blue Shallot, man.
For sure.
Oh yeah. And then on top of that, so on top of getting the story mode, we actually are seeing a change coming to the ticket exchange on the 13th, I believe it is.
Yes.
And we're finally going to get some new LFs. We're finally getting that shop updated. I think some units are getting kicked out of it. I'm not sure exactly what units are getting kicked out, but I know some of the LF units that are going to be incoming is UI Goku, right? I think, I'm not sure what the other two are, but UI Goku is definitely the one that I'm most excited for.
Dude, I have like a little theory about this. So like, cause we see that the normal sparkings, which by the way, nobody, like if you have a bunch of Legends tickets saved up, you should not be spending that on the sparking, like the regular sparking units. Back when I first started, I remember I could not pull the Yellow Movies Gohan, and I actually spent 400 tickets on a copy of Movies Gohan, and I regret it so much to this day. But yeah, don't do that. Don't be like me. But yeah, I have a little theory about this. So we know some of the sparking units are leaving. So I feel like we will probably get that refreshed. They might give us like, some fresh choices for other sparking units, possibly. And then, like Azdeek said, we know we are going to get UI Goku in that shop, which is amazing. Obviously it takes a long time to save up 1,000 Legends tickets, but I think it's cool in the end. You do a bunch of summons over, 5, 6, 7, 8 months, and you end up with 1,000 tickets, and you can kind of get a free, not free, but you can get a copy of an LF unit of your choice. So I'm a big fan of that. I really like to see UI Goku entering that shop. And hey, that brings up the argument, if UI Goku's coming, then we don't know, they could continue to add new-ish LF units to that shop. So I like to see this. I think a lot of us, including especially Goresh, we've all been waiting to see this shop get updated with newer units. So I'm definitely a fan of seeing UI Goku pop into that shop. What do you guys think?
So yeah, in the news you can see what is going to be out of the exchange and what is coming. So all the normal sparkings are out, literally all of them, and they only add the 3 new LFs, and that's basically it.
Okay.
So do you think
there shouldn't be any new normal sparkings or anything else, just 3 new LFs, and the normal sparkings are out.
Oh, okay.
So do you think it'll be, once it's finally updated, do you think it'll be only LF units, or do you think that they're possibly going to add other sparkings to that shop? Or I don't know, what do you think?
How they say it right now, it's pretty much only LFs.
Okay.
Okay.
That makes sense.
You see on the image.
Honestly, that's less chances of like a newer player getting ripped off, like kind of like I just said with that yellow Gohan. Like, so if anything, that's good. That's a good thing. That's not nobody's gonna be wasting their tickets or anything. So
Yeah, because, dude, honestly, like especially if they're going to be updating it with the new LS, because what? So that we are going to be getting post update. We're going to be getting the UI Goku, Vegeta Blue is going to be in there, and then Majin Vegeta. So I don't have UI Goku, and I do not have Majin Vegeta, both of which I really, really want. But it's if I were to come into this brand new, like how you said, Swift, and I was just like, you know what, this transforming Super Saiyan 2 Gohan looks cool. Let me go ahead and cop him real quick. I bring him into PvP, I absolutely get smashed with them because I'm bringing in a 2-star unit from like what, however long ago, and then I'm just gonna be upset. It's just I don't know if it's I kind of don't want them to exclusively have LFs in here. Like if they had like units like Vados in here, for example, I feel like you could still get value out of that. Units that are like absolutely like mainstays. If they had Angel Vegeta on here, that would be kind of fire. I know he's relatively too new to actually be getting in here, but it's just updated everything. I just want the whole thing updated. This is definitely a step in the right direction, but I definitely do want to see some regular Sparkings be in there, some updated Sparkings.
no, I do as well, definitely. I mean, you brought up a good point with Vados. She'd be a very good option to be thrown in that shop. The way I look at it is when they originally did this shop and they had all of these Sparkings in there, not all of them, but a lot of them were kind of like the really viable units in the meta at that time. Like, for example, the yellow Gohan, there was a couple other ones that were really good in that shop. So they could possibly do the same thing, take a look at the meta nowadays and kind of recognize some of the viable Sparkings and possibly throw them in there. But kind of like Noctis said, it doesn't say anything like that in the news, so we don't really know at this point in time. But I would like to see a completely updated shop. But overall, definitely really glad to see UI Goku coming to that shop.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Because UI Goku, I mean, he's one of those units that, like, at low stars, he's just not that good. But if you can, like, slowly start, gathering copies of him, I feel like once you get him into the higher star range, he becomes, like, way, way better. Sorry to cut you off. What were you saying, Noctis?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, my question is, how frequently will they update this shop now, though? Will they wait another year to update it again because they put a unit even up to UI in there? Or when are we going to see LF Broly and Gogeta? Like next year or what?
Probably. Like I wouldn't put it past them.
Like it's always like let's update it. Let's add a few new units, and then they forget about it. And then it's like, oh, we have the exchange shop. Hold on, let's add 2 new units and forget about it again. It's so weird. They just forget about it every time.
I know, because people have been begging for this update for so long, and well, now we're finally getting it. But the real question is, how long do we have to wait until the next one, right?
Yeah.
But overall, I am happy with this so far. I think it is a step in the right direction. But moving away from this kind of topic a little bit, the next thing that we wanted to go ahead and talk about is the Turles Zenkai. Noctis, I'm gonna let you go ahead and take it away with this one right here. This is actually pretty good news for us, guys.
Oh yeah, the Veggie Goku.
Yep.
The insane Apple Eater. We got a quite good mission event, I'd say, because on the next Wednesday, after the maintenance, we'll get another set of missions where we can get them up to Zenkai 2 for free.
Yep.
That sounds really damn good for the future. We might get other characters with those missions, because the last Zenkai, that should be Gogeta, the blue one, the transforming one, who had a mission event like that. And we basically got trash for his missions. We got like, what, 30 equipment medals, 60 dual coins, one like 30% sparking ticket for MP 1, 2, and 3, and some belts. That's all we got. That's literally all we got, and a title. But for Turles, we actually get him to Zenkai 2.
Yeah.
That's pretty good in my book for the future if they keep continuing this.
Yeah.
Dude, I just find it so funny how they throw out these like Master Pack 1 and 2 tickets, like acting like it's some like the holy grail. It's like, oh, thank you so much for these
Yep.
master pack tickets. Like, come on, man.
Like
But
they're
yeah,
blessing us, dude.
yeah, dude. But kind of like Noctis said, I actually didn't even think about it this way. So getting these free tiers on Turles, it could be, possibly a sign of like, maybe this could be the new system, and hopefully in the upcoming Zenkais, maybe they'll give us a couple free tiers. I would really like to see that. Or it could be looked at, it's kind of just a pity system because, this Turles isn't like the hypest of the hype unit. So I mean, I can see it from both ways, but I like to be hopeful, and hopefully upcoming Zenkais, maybe they do have a similar system to this. I would really like that.
Yeah, 100%. Especially like as for someone like me, like I already know what you guys are gonna say, but as a free to play player, having the option to get a unit like this, if you have them at 7 stars to Zenkai 2 for absolutely nothing just from doing the missions, like that is massive. Like because as it is right now, I kind of skip out on a lot of Zenkais. There's some Zenkais that I do go hard for on release. Some of them that I do regret, like they're just impulse buys. But
Yeah.
when you think about it like this, I do a lot of dailies. Like right now, I think the Broly banner is up, and I just do dailies on him. And I'm going to get him to Zenkai 1 by the time that his banner leaves. But had he came out with this system initially, I would have probably had him at Zenkai 3, right? By the time his dailies came back and stuff like that. Like, that's pretty good. I feel like that's pretty good. Like, I definitely do think this is a step in the right direction. And me and Brad were talking earlier, too. Like, this probably is going to motivate a lot of people to go ahead and just take the leap and at least get them to Zenkai level 3, right? Because that's where, like, you're going to get the unique and stuff like that. That's where you're going to have a little bit more of a significant buff rather than just leaving them at Zenkai level 2, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think
I
it's-
hope I'm wrong, but I feel like they only did it for this Turles for an excuse that it's anniversary. He's pretty mediocre and barely anyone cares for him. So they just gave him the Zenkai 2 so people have like the feeling, oh, I could Zenkai 7 him with only like 5k CC instead of 7. Maybe I should do it. That's what I'm scared about. So
Oh,
that
no.
they just ditch that system and return when it's a kind of hype character, right?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, it's possibly just because Turles isn't like the hypest unit, so maybe they're just
Yeah.
kind of throwing us a bone. And if you can get him Zenkai 2, then it makes you want to finish it. So I mean, I could see it both ways, but like I said, I would really like to see this system implemented in the future. But I mean, we'll just have to wait and see.
Bro, I'm gonna be so
Yeah.
hurt if we get the next Zenkai and he doesn't have the system. I'm sorry, Ian, what were you gonna say?
No, I was just gonna say. It's funny you say that. I was just gonna say I highly doubt they're gonna keep the system in place. I feel like it's gonna be an occasional thing. They like trickle in every now and then, but I don't think it's gonna be for like. I would be very surprised, and I would respect them if they did. If it was like a very oppressive Zenkai and they did it for that. But I personally don't see it coming.
Yeah.
Me neither.
That's so tragic. But anyways, what do you guys think of the Zenkai, like just itself? What do you guys think of it overall? Because as of what I've seen, I can see him being like very annoying. Like I've seen him ran alongside Super 17, like on a PO, like a kind of like a scuff PO team. And the green card regeneration or generation in general is just, it looks pretty cancerous. I'm not gonna lie. He was impressive to me on that team, but I know a lot of other people say that he's just kind of like mediocre and stuff like that. So I can see that point of view as well.
Bro, I'm not even gonna lie. And you know how much PvP I play, bro. I've probably seen this guy like a Z7 Turles probably once or twice since he's came out. Like I rarely see him, and I mean, I'm kind of in like the higher ranks. I'm not like the top ranks, but I'm up there, and I mean, I feel like that's where the whales are at, and I still am not really seeing him that much. So it's just kind of weird. He's probably just not a hype unit, and I mean, from what I've seen in the showcases, if you can pop a couple green cards and, gain priority, he does some good damage, man. But I mean, overall, just not the hypest of characters. I mean, he's really not got the best teams behind him. I mean, you can run him on, I guess, movies, but if you have Revival Gohan, then you're going to want to run Gohan over this guy. So, it's just not, like, I guess, the hypest of Zenkais, and I don't know. It just kind of came at a weird time, I guess. And I'm actually a fan of Turles. I love the movie Tree of Might. It's actually one of my favorite movies besides BoJack Unbound. But yeah, I don't know. It's just I rarely see him. I've seen in his showcases. He seems decent, but nothing too crazy. Yeah, I don't know. Kind of a mid to upper mid unit in my opinion.
Okay, I think that's fair. Do any of you guys actually have him Zenkai'd? I have not, like, or just even at the free Zenkai level 1, have you guys even completed the missions?
No, I'm still working on the missions personally.
Yeah.
And the only time I've seen him in PvP, I felt really bad because this guy was like doing something cool. He was running Turles with Wheeze and Deborah, so he had like green cards. Like he was stacked with green cards, right? He was popping them left and right. And then I like 2-carded him with like 18. I was like, damn,
Bruh.
dude. I'm sorry, bro.
Oh my god.
I didn't mean to do it to him.
You didn't have to do it to him, bro.
Damn.
Android 18 is just OP, bro. But okay. So anyways,
Yeah, pretty mid. Midless.
yeah, midless. But alongside to help him with his mid capabilities, he actually does got a new plat equipment. So his event did come back, but it got no overhaul. It just got a new stage and a new plat equip, which I was kind of disappointed to see because I thought they were going to keep the same format. I thought it was going to kind of be like the what's it called? The Super Saiyan 4 Goku event, right? Where he got the plat equip. You were able to go ahead and get the daily stage for the purple Zenkai souls. And so maybe I shouldn't have expected that at all because we already do have that stage itself. But I was kind of hoping for a little bit of overhaul, a little bit of an extra CC right there, right? But when it comes to the equip itself, I think it's really, really good for either you can use it on Turles or you can use it on the Zenkai Broly, right? I saw people saying that, is this good for the purple Gohan? But I would say no. I don't know. I don't think health restoration is too important to that purple Gohan, right? Because it's not going to increase the health he gets when he revives and stuff like that. And as you guys do know, the main ability for that purple Gohan, for the revival Gohan, it heals his allies, but not himself. So, and I just hybrids in general, they already have like some of the best equipment in the game. I definitely wouldn't, if you're trying to just farm this for Gohan, I definitely would just give up on it. If you're a collector, go ahead, be my guest. But specifically for Gohan, you have way better options. What do you guys think of the equip?
No, I agree. If hybrids ever gets a unit like, Vados, for example, where every time they swap out, he heals the team or something like that, then maybe you can make an argument for this equip for Gohan. But overall, if Gohan was an endurance unit, then this would come in handy because health restoration does come into account with endurance. That's kind of why, Blue Vegito Blue, he has that ability where he reduces health restoration. And that's why sometimes with Vegito Blue, you can see him pop endurance and then you only have 1 health and then you just get tap attacked. So if Gohan was an endurance unit, then this would make sense. But overall, yeah, this is definitely for Turles and probably, like you said, that Broly as well. So yeah, probably not good for Gohan, but overall, a really good equip for the couple other units that can use it.
Yeah, definitely.
Also, Azdeek, you made a really good point. Since they didn't overhaul it, we are missing stages, and those stages would have given us CC. Maybe we get the 2K Zenkai power instead of those CC.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
That's a good point.
Yeah, that is a good point. I'm kind of like trying to think about that though. I kind of feel like that might be a fair trade-off. Like I feel like that might be a fair trade-off. Maybe not to some people, because some people might be
if
like,
it's a good unit, yes.
If it's a good
Turles,
unit,
I'd rather have the CC.
Yeah, I could definitely see that as well. Oh, yeah, they don't really like giving us choices here. They're just like, well, this is what you're gonna get. Okay. So
and that last slot, what is that? Up to 30% base blast attack. Yeah, that is probably a perfect equipment for that Zenkai Broly because I think when you pop his transformation, he restores a certain amount of health. And then, obviously his blast damage is just crazy. Yeah, I would say this equip is just perfect for that Broly. And also Turles, but I would say more people have the Broly Zenkai overall, just on like a general scale. Yeah. So, yeah, this equip is perfect for that Broly.
Yeah, because he heals twice, doesn't he? He heals when he transforms, like 20%, and then he heals on his second main ability too, right? Or I could be wrong, but you can get a lot of health restoration.
I think so.
Out of that.
I don't have him. He was one of the Zenkais I actually skipped, so don't quote me on anything, but I think so.
Okay. Yeah, I think this would be an amazing equip for him because he's also something that I always forget about that Broly is that he is a blast unit, right? I always get thrown off because he has blast armor, but isn't he classified like as a blast unit?
Yes.
Range type?
Yes.
Yeah, his blast does
Yes,
more
he
damage.
actually is.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's pretty good for him. I'm not even gonna lie. But I think I got a little excited over this unit. I'm not gonna lie, especially alongside this equip, because he already has that one equip that's exclusive to him, right? With the one with the tree of might, or with the fruit, right? And so I thought he was about to be busted. I thought he was about to like tear apart Sun Family units because he does have that one unique that's like specifically targeting Sun Family units. And so I think he'll still perform well. Like he's 100% because you're gonna see Sun Family units everywhere, like Gohan, whether it be Goku, so you can definitely make him work, but it's just a matter of you don't want to like pigeonhole yourself just against one tag, right? Especially he might not perform as well in other places. That's why I think a lot of people are just like, he's just mediocre overall, right?
Yeah, and this is kind of a pattern we've been seeing recently with these Zenkais is they come out, they're decent, but they're not overly busted. Like we're not seeing like, Zenkai Android 18 levels of Zenkai recently, I would say.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't want to break off on like a whole different tangent of this topic, but yeah, I'd say overall the Zenkais recently have been, a little bit less impressive to what we're used to. But yeah, my bad to cut you guys off. What were you guys gonna say?
I was just gonna say, dude, don't worry, Azdeek, because the real Sun Family killer is gonna be Green Chi-Chi when she gets her Zenkai, right?
Dude, I'm
something
down
get
for that.
shaken up.
80% damage inflicted against Sun Family. That'd be insane. I'm gonna run her right alongside Android 18. I don't care what anybody
right.
says.
That's right, my boy. You already know.
Oh my god.
Who are you guys again? Who are you guys? Running 18? Who? I don't know you guys anymore.
Oh my god, bro. That will female warriors will become meta again.
That's
All
right.
Oh god.
Right. So moving on to the next topic, we do have the Legends Ultimate pickup. And is it worth it? Swift, what do you have to say about this banner right here? You have some of your God Ki units on here. Not terrible, but
Yeah.
I
So-
don't know.
My overall opinion on this banner is it is a good banner. It's just coming at a time where I would say most of the Legends players and Legends community just doesn't really have CC. I mean, they drop something like this, immediately after, part 1 and part 2 of the anniversary. So I feel like, most of everybody is probably just super dry on their Chrono Crystals, and it's going to be tough to, save up CC for this, especially after you just spent a bunch of CC on other stuff. Kind of like Woods just said, just buy CC. And that is what, the Legends team is hoping for, I guess, dropping something like this. And we saw the LFZ power banner. There's a lot of these, must summon banners that are coming right after anniversary. So, but I'd say overall, the banner is a good banner. You got UI Goku, you got Gogeta Blue on there. I mean, and you got Super Saiyan 3 if you need, 1 or 2 extra copies of him to get him Zenkai'd. So overall, definitely a good banner. I believe it is guaranteed sparking as well. So, I mean, that is always a positive thing. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the LF units do have slightly increased rates. Like, I don't think it's 0.25. I think it's 0.5. So that's always a good thing, seeing increased rates on the LFs.
Yeah.
Overall, if you're a whale, a banner like this is a godsend. Like if you're, if you have, you don't worry about the amount of crystals you're spending, you don't worry about, how much you're spending on the game, then something like this is a very, very good banner. But I'd say for the free-to-play crowd, we're probably all tapped out after the anniversary. So, overall, good banner, just kind of weird timing. What do you guys think?
I was looking at the banner and the units. They actually seem pretty decent. But like you said, everybody's pretty dry right now. And if it was a step up and it was like, oh, at the 7th step, you get like an LF guaranteed, then I would have went on it. You know what I mean? But they just had a banner recently with the free LFZ power. So I went there. Like that was like a no-brainer for me.
Yep.
And it was only up for like 2 days. So I was like really clamoring to get enough CC for that. But yeah, for me, that was the better option for sure.
Oh yeah, 100%. That LFZ power banner is just an absolute must summon. Like, I was talking to somebody earlier. I'm like, if you're ever gonna spend money on Legends, that LFZ power banner is where you got to do it. Like that thing has just so much value.
Yeah, definitely. Noctis, I know you have some words to say about this banner from your own experience.
Okay then. So I'm basically God Ki Saiyan main, and look at the LFs. 2 God Keys, 2 Saiyans. Guess what? I got tempted. Also, there's support Vegeta on there as well, featured. I was like, damn, this is a godsend for me. Guess what? Let me do one multi. Get shafted. Let me do another one. It was the warm-up. Shafted again. And then I rage summoned because I got shafted.
Oh
This banner is really hit or miss. You can burn yourself pretty bad even though it looks really enticing, and you only get a Turles. And
Yeah.
that's horrible, trust me. I had 5 sparkings in a multi, and guess what? Turles, Purple Broly, and Dispo. I was like, ow.
Damn.
No, dude.
Everything looked perfect, and then I get those characters. I'm like, yes, I'm out. So yeah, don't burn yourself like I did. Skip this banner. There's a video and stuff in a few days. Wait up and see if it's still worth it to do.
I agree with that.
I don't recommend it. It looks
Yeah.
good. I don't recommend it.
It's
the
one of those
worst timing
banners
ever.
like you might you do a couple multis, you might get extremely lucky, or you just get a bunch of like old sparking units. Like you don't know what you're gonna get. So, but that's kind of how it is with most banners, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's the main thing that you have to watch out for is that I definitely have felt the same way sometimes, especially, you know, if you have like a good chunk of CC saved up and you get shafted, there is a real thing that when you tilt summon, right, where you're just mad and you just keep going and you keep going. I think that's like it happens with the majority of stuff. Sometimes even when I'm playing PvP, if I'm on a massive loss streak, I will keep going because I'm mad. And I'll just run off of pure anger, and I'll just start tilt like queuing, just tilt queuing.
And that's
into
when you
PvP.
play the worst.
Yep, exactly.
When you're as soon as you get tilted, you just start making mistakes. Like I get like that sometimes, and I just have to take like a 5-minute breather. Like I put my phone down, I go do something else, and then I come back. Like it happens to all of us, trust me.
Yeah, it is rough. It takes you over. I'm not even gonna lie. So I don't know. I can't. It's like the worst feeling though when it's like your precious currency just running dry though, because you can just tilt Q for PvP all day. You're gonna lose your RP maybe, but you know eventually you're gonna start winning and stuff like that. But when you are tilt summoning, dude, and you're just watching your CC drain and you're just not getting what you want, like it's the worst. That is the worst feeling.
Yep. Yup. Can't confirm.
Cautionary tale.
The memory is still fresh.
All right. Another thing that I did want to go ahead and touch upon is something that slipped my mind at the beginning of the podcast is we actually did get some, for all of you guys that are playing top for the T.O.P, we actually did get a couple balance changes, and I wanted to talk to you specifically about this Noctis because I know you rank extremely high in the game mode. So basically what you have is you got the 3-fist stages, like the 1 to 3-fist stages have now made the adjustments, right? So like the 1-fist is going to be enemy level 3000, 2-fist is going to be enemy level 4000, and the 3-fist is going to be enemy level 4,500. And at first I thought that was a good adjustment, but then I noticed that there's a little asterisk at the bottom where it says you'll, as a result, like the battle score that you earn from these fights is going to be reduced.
Yeah, so I would basically never recommend the 3-fist fight unless you are at a pretty safe place and you basically need to heal. So, because after each fight, you get health back, basically. So, and if you lose a unit, it could end up pretty horrible. And if it's the beginning of T.O.P, you just don't want to lose a unit. You just don't.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would never recommend like the easy, difficult fights, I guess. But if you're pretty low on HP, like I said, try them instead of healing. And try your best to cover the units that are about to die. Because if you heal, your win streak will get moved up by 1 stage.
Okay.
What that means is every 5 battles, you get like a huge bonus. And there's 25 battles in total. And what that means is when you heal or use that yellow spot to switch your teams, which I never ever recommend because that's the worst spot you can use in that mode. Like I said, your win streak gets pushed by 1, aka the last battle will be battle 26, and guess what? That doesn't exist, so you lose one huge bonus. And that's why I recommend try to heal up on the 3-fist fight, and yeah, just take the reduced points and cost, but it will reward you on the last battle to get that huge bonus again.
Definitely.
Yeah, I agree.
I honestly advise people too to just, instead of healing too, I would just be like, just take the L, just die. It'll get reset. You can die up to 2 times, I think, in a season and still complete the board. That's kind of like my own method. I'm not too sure exactly if you're guaranteed more points than if you actually did heal, but I feel like you do lose a lot of points from healing. So I just, I'd rather just take the L and die, get all my units back at full health. You get pushed back to places, right? But in my own experience, I've only died once so far, and some seasons and stuff like that, and I was able to go ahead and complete the board and still at least be in the top 6K. So that's kind of like what I think that you should do.
Yeah, and I've been kind of doing what Noctis said with the like, instead of using a healing space, I go and look like specifically for like the low difficulty fights that might happen to have like health restoration on them. And I try to, like, every single season of T.O.P, I try to make sure I have healers on my team. Like, I think I have, like, Zenkai Boo, and even, like, Super Baby 2 is a really good healer.
Yep.
So I, if my team's getting low on health, I just look for them health restoration spots, and I try to do that instead of healing. I mean, there has been times I've used that green healing spot before, but kind of like Noctis said, that's kind of like a absolute last resort. You really don't want to use those if you can get away with not using them.
Yeah.
But one thing I've really learned with T.O.P is, like, you just really need healers on your team. Like, you either need units that can heal themselves, or you need like a public healer that heals like certain spots around them. Like, that is almost like necessary at this point, especially in the higher leagues.
Yeah. What were you gonna say?
But yeah, don't be like me. I let my this season. Sorry to cut you off. This season of T.O.P, I literally did the first battle, and I had Boo Tanks on my team, and he died. Like, the first battle of T.O.P, bro. Yeah, it was. I was like, man, because for those that don't know, Boo Tanks is actually a decent unit in T.O.P. He has that ability where, I think it's like the first round, like right when he starts attacking, he just immediately pops a blue card.
Yep.
And he has like a super strong buff on that blue card too. So like, he is like a sniper basically. Like, if you set it up the right way, he can just decimate units. But obviously his defenses aren't the best. But yeah, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Okay, first off, to be fair, you chose the worst stage to begin with. They had like so many oppressive units on the enemy team, so I'm not even surprised
you're talking about where
that
Boo
one
Tanks
unit of you dies. Yeah. It shows
okay.
like the middle stage and Z-League. That's like the worst stage ever. It has the worst enemy characters on the whole board, basically.
Was that the one with Boo Tanks on it?
It has Boo Tanks, it has merged the new Zamas, right? Corrupted Zamas, I mean. It has LF Piccolo, the transforming DKP, Reg and Ember, and the other yellow DKP. It's like one of the worst stages because Zamas gets like 20% special move gauge each attack. The Boo Tanks will super attack turn 1. The Piccolo, the LF Piccolo will super attack you on turn 3. So there are so many super attackers, and yeah, I'm not surprised someone died there.
Yeah, so inversely...
that stage is horrible.
Yeah, you guys need to watch out for Boo Tanks. I see Boo Tanks everywhere on this stage. For T.O.P, for this field that we have, I keep seeing Boo Tanks everywhere, and I'm avoiding him like the plague.
Bro, yeah, he's a sniper, bro. He will one-shot for sure.
The thing I wanted to say at first was Azdeek, it's really situational when dying is really worth it. Dying early is worth it, dying late is pretty much not, because you lose your entire win streak.
Oh, the entire
and that win streak sums up. That's what I heard from, and that should be true. You lose like the entire win streak you got going. So if you die at like, I don't know, let's say battle 20, you got your huge bonus, and you die to battle 21 afterwards. It resets. Your battle 25 will be not as good. And last season I got like over 5 million on that one fight, and you will probably get like, I don't know, 3 million, 2.5 or so, because you have 0 win streak going. Like, I'm not sure, don't quote me on that, on the numbers, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works, because you lose that entire win streak. So dying earlier is better than dying late.
All right. Okay,
From
so
my
that's very
understanding, at
important to
least.
note then. So just die early, chat. Just die early. If you can die early
Like,
before the
if
first
you-
boss, do that.
If you're in a pretty bad situation,
Yeah.
I'd recommend dying, but it has to be really damn bad so that
Yeah.
dying is worth it. Like 3 units dead or something like that, or 2 units dead. Because the yellow space, it seems really enticing, but it like gives you special move gauge and rips your HP also, so that the special move gauge and your HP is even. And what that means is you pretty much end with like 50% HP and 50% special move gauge. And guess what? Your next battle, some unit will get ripped to like 20%, the other unit will be at like 30, and the next battle afterwards, someone will die again. So that's why I never recommend the yellow space, because it averages out your special move and your HP, and that's terrible.
It is.
Yeah.
It's really bad.
It like averages the entire team. And one season I made a mistake because I thought the yellow space, because it does let you like swap in new characters, and if you want to, you can completely change your team. But like Noctis said, it does average your team's health. So even if you go to that yellow space and you bring in completely new characters, the health bars will still be averaged from your original team. So don't do what I did. Like that one season, I used the yellow space and completely regretted it. But
You basically need to heal afterwards. That's all there is to it.
Yep.
yeah,
Unless you want someone to die again. You basically
Right.
need to heal afterwards, and you lose 2 spaces. It's so dumb. Stick to one team, stay with that team, have at least one healer that heals the whole party, or have like single healers that heal themselves, but always have a healer in my book. At Z-League, you need healers. They're
Oh, yeah.
so worth it, and you need high
100%.
defense.
Yep, definitely the most important aspect of it too. And I think something, honestly, I've been having I'm using an experimental team. It's not working out so far, but I can tell you guys right now, the Gohan, he's pretty good. The new revival Gohan for T.O.P, if you guys have him at high stars, I could definitely see him tearing T.O.P apart. He's pretty tanky. Even I only have him at 3 stars, but so far he's in good health, and he actually does heal. He heals and he gives like special move gauge charge rate up, or like 30% or something like that. So he has some supportive capabilities as well. You know, he's not bad at all. So if you guys are maybe next season, you guys are looking to run movies, both the new Bojack and the Gohan are pretty good.
also hybrids too. I see a lot of people run. So I've been running regen in TOP, but I see a lot of people run hybrids, and I'm not 100% sure, but I do think hybrids they have a few healers that you can take advantage of, and obviously some really hard hitting units. So I'm sure hybrids is a good team as well.
Yeah, Goten is the MVP. The yellow transforming Goten. He's absolutely goated on hybrids.
What does he do in
Also-
TOP? I'm like, I don't know any of the kits really. For
GTS
TOP.
ASAP and supers on turn 2,
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
guaranteed.
I might try hybrids
Also,
next
hybrids,
season.
most hybrids are tier 1 right now. That's why you see so many, because
Yeah.
they have
Yeah.
the best battle bonus
You're
right
gonna
now.
get tons of
But
points
yeah,
from them.
hybrids need healers. Like, some people even just slap support Vegeta on there to have
I've seen that.
a whole party leader.
I've seen
Like, if
people
the
run
heal-
the hybrids with the Android 18, the red Android 18, and the Angel
Yeah,
Vegeta too.
she's damn good healer. Yeah, they're both damn good healers.
Yeah, 100%.
When you guys play it, do you run equips or do you go naked?
No,
Curious.
I think the equips actually make a big difference.
Oh,
No,
really?
they do.
I felt naked
100%.
I
without
always
them.
go naked.
No, yeah, you definitely are going to be naked without them.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
they do a lot, and there's even like I'm pretty sure there's even like an HP equipment for TOP, which
Yeah.
is
Yep.
huge. Just getting that extra
Oh.
HP, whatever, even if it's a lower percentage. Like, let's say I can't even remember
like
what the
5
specific
max.
percentage is, but
It's 5
yeah, if
max.
so 5% HP is huge because that's per battle. I'm pretty sure. So every time you start a
Yep.
new battle, you have that extra 5% HP. So that adds up a lot.
The huge thing is, it gives you a higher max HP, and after each battle, you heal like a certain percent amount. So higher HP equals higher percent equals higher heal. And also the healing units will heal more, because guess what? It's percentage based. That's why I always recommend the healing equip or the HP equipment and the T.O.P, because healing gets such a huge buff from it.
Damn.
Yeah. I think
Okay.
I try to run at least one, or I guess there's only one, but I try to run an HP on every single unit where, if possible.
I'm about to start re-rolling T.O.P. equips, that health one.
It's only
Yeah,
one
bro,
slot
it's-
anyway. You don't need
It's
to
gonna come
reroll.
in handy.
Yeah. All right.
Dude, I'm about to start deleting other equips so I can make space for these.
Dude, that's the problem, is there's no room. Like, I remember when we originally got all these T.O.P. equipments, I had to go back and delete so many, like equipments that I was, like, trying to roll to a Z, but I just couldn't get it. And I remember I had to make so much room just for the T.O.P. equips. I really wish they had a separate, like, you could have your regular
Yes.
equipment, and then there should be a separate section for T.O.P. equipment. Like, I really wish that they weren't combined together, because we're already running out of room for equipments. Like, I'm constantly having to go back and, like, delete equipments to make room for new equipments. Like, they really need to either give us more slots, or they need to separate, like, PvP equips versus TOP equips.
Don't
Yeah.
worry,
Swift.
Swift. It will be a quality of life update in like 2 years with new T.O.P. equips. Don't worry about it. Just wait 2 years and you get it.
I was gonna say you could grind for more slots in extreme co-op, bro. The best mode in the game.
True.
Oh, I do that. That's like the only reason I do because I think you do get the Z power for Vegeta, but you don't really get that much.
Yeah.
The main reason I'm grinding extreme co-op is for those extra equipment slots, because I need those badly.
100%
Oh, that's weird.
same.
I play it just because I like the mode, but I mean, that you could do.
Oh,
for that
get
too.
you are
outta
built
here.
different, bro. Like, that's all I have to say.
Wait, what? What did I hear?
We do not praise co-op on the 5-9 Gaming channel.
You know what I wanted to mention before, like during when we were talking about TOP, like during the video and stuff, I wish they would like talk about like Noctis was saying like he's like a master of this mode, right? He really
Yeah.
knows what he's talking about. But like even there's some things that even he doesn't know. This would be really cool, like during a video and stuff. They're like, okay, guys, like this is what happens when you die here, this and that. This is the win bonus and how that works. It's like a complete video and stuff where they just go over it. And it's like the mode has been around for what, like 3 months or something like that, and we still don't know for sure. Like it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's a little wishy-washy.
Lucy brought up a good point. I did recently see a tutorial video that they brought out, so that's a possibility of, we might be seeing more of those in the future, but
Global Chef.
Yeah.
but who knows.
Yeah, they'll probably port it over into English eventually, hopefully, where they have a better explanation. Because I remember when the mode first came out, a lot of people were still very confused. It was very, like, vague in terms of, like, what do you have to do? Like, how did the point system work? Like, what gives you the most points and stuff like that? And pretty much the community had to go and figure it out.
Oh yeah, when TOP first dropped, I did not know what was going on, and I didn't even really research it that much. I just built like a random team of I think the first season of TOP, I just threw a bunch of random Zenkais on the team. I'm like, okay, this will work, and I just went through it. But now that I'm actually starting to see how it works, I mean, it's cool. I do kind of enjoy it. I'm not gonna say it's the best thing that we've seen in a while. I mean, at the end of the day, PvP is what I love. That's the main reason I play this game, is just for PvP.
Yeah.
But this is kind of a nice little thing on the side, and my favorite thing about it is if you can successfully complete it, you get a decent amount of CC, especially if you're ranking high. I mean, you get 200 for finishing it, you get 200 or 300 for ranking up, and then you get 1,000 if you're top 6K. I mean, there's a lot of CC to be made in this game mode. So I'd say overall, that's my favorite thing about it, is as long as you do everything properly, you get a decent amount of points. You don't mess it up. You do everything correctly. You get a lot of CC from it. So that's what I like.
Oh, yeah,
To
definitely.
be fair, it can give more CC than a regular PvP season. Way more.
Yeah,
Yup,
yeah, you do.
That is true.
That's kinda
100%.
funny.
So
That is true. TOP is
But I'm
just
still
goated.
surprised that some people still don't know that they actually can choose an attack order. I'm so surprised.
Dude, me too.
Sometimes I go
know.
into streams and they just click. I'm like, bro, where's your order? And then you say it to them, and they're like, "Oh my god, I can do that!
Yep.
No way, game changer!" I'm like, bro, it literally says it on the text. Like what?
And that
Like, on the
comes in
screen.
handy so much. Like if I'm going up against if I'm starting a fight and I see Boo Tanks, I immediately like I'll click Boo Tanks number 1 because I know he has low defenses. But if he gets a chance to like get that blue card off, it's like he's just a sniper. So it's like, yeah, that attack order really does come in handy.
Oh yeah, especially if you know your own attack order, like that's where you start being like Giga Brain, right? If you know your own attack order, like you know like your key restore speed, like who on your team is going to attack first, you can just start picking them off nice and easy.
Right.
But so that's, I think we talked enough about T.O.P. The next thing that the last topic that we have for you guys is, well, we have the new video and stuff. So Ironcane, you know, I wanna hear what you got for us. I wanna hear what you think about this. What are your predictions?
Yeah, man. I mean, if the Ultra Vegeta didn't come out, I would have said for sure that like probably like an Ultra Frieza was coming, just because that seemed like it made the most sense at the time. Because you know, Ultra Goku needs to fight, you know, his villain Ultra Frieza, right? But I doubt we'll get another Ultra character that soon. Like we're still getting the Z power, so I doubt it's gonna be another Ultra character. It's definitely, is it gonna be another LF? Very possible. I mean, people are kind of thirsty right now, or not thirsty, but like everybody's
God,
used
I
up all
hope
this
not.
CC.
Right.
I
Yeah,
really hope not.
it's possible, but like they're also advertising this one as that character is coming, right? And it's just like, who is that character? That is the question. So is it gonna be somebody that's really hype? Is it gonna be something that's really memey? I have no idea. When I think that character, I think like someone like the Sword Trunks or like, I don't know, Master UI, but like would they give a character like that out now? Like it doesn't make any sense. So I have a feeling that character is gonna be like kind of memey, or someone people have been asking for, but isn't like killer hype they would use for like anniversary or like the New Year or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel like it's gotta be like Super Saiyan Blue Shallot, or because they know everybody's dry on CC right now. Not like that stopped them before. Like obviously, if they want to drop another LF unit, they're gonna drop another LF unit. Like nothing's stopping them. But I just really hope it's gonna be like Super Saiyan Blue Shallot, possibly an All-Star banner. Like we are overdue for another All-Star banner, so I could see them like hyping up the new All-Star banner units. But yeah, I'm really hoping for Super Saiyan Blue Shallot over anything else.
Yeah, that would be cool. I'm really excited for that. I wonder if that fits like that character, because when I think that character, I don't mean to say like 3,000 times, but I think like a new character. You know what I mean? Not someone
Yeah.
that's like already in the game.
No, I
technically.
agree.
But I wouldn't complain if it was the new transformation for Shallot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I agree. They definitely the way that this tweet is worded. It sounds like it's going to be a brand new character. Like it didn't sound like it's something like Shallot, or even like, I see somebody in the chat says Super Vegito Zenkai. Like that is possible. Don't get me wrong. It's possible, but the way that they worded this tweet, it does sound like it's going to be some type of new unit. So, I mean, I agree with you on that.
Yeah, definitely. What do you think, Noctis? Who do you think's coming? That character.
In my opinion, it's pretty weird that they say it will be like a shorter version of video and stuff. So they have the drawing, and then they suddenly say that character is finally coming. It's like really controversial. Like why is it a short version when it's supposed to be like that character, right?
Yeah.
Like why is it short then? That's what confuses me. Also, we are going like a pretty hard movie train right now, right?
Yes.
So, and we still don't have the Dragon Fist Goku, but we have the summon animation for him for so long. Maybe that's why they say that character, because we still don't have like an SSJ3 Dragon Fist Goku, and we are going the movie train right now.
I would cry.
And Gohan is buffing Sunfam
Yeah.
at 6 stars,
I would
which would
cry.
Yeah.
entice people to go back for Gohan to make him 6 stars. And we just had multiple multi-Z powers, so people would use them on Gohan to make him 6 star, and he would fit perfectly for the Sunfam spot, right? So that's like my way of thinking, but who knows, right? Who
One thing
knows?
I saw on Twitter is that I think the Garlic Jr. movie, I think it's called Dead Zone, it was released on July like 15th, like 1989 or something like that, but it was July 15th. And then I also saw, I believe it was like Ryuden or somebody, I saw them tweet that the Wrath of the Dragon movie was also dropped around the same time. So we could possibly be seeing, either a Garlic Jr. or like a Dragon Fist Goku or, something along those lines. But I do agree that they've really been hyping up and building up the movies tag recently, so I would not be surprised if one of these characters or, 2 or 3, however many characters they're dropping, they could be sagas from the movies. So we'll just have to wait and see. But at this point, before Garlic Jr. was kind of like a meme, but at this point, I would not be surprised to see Garlic Jr. at all. So
I don't know, Swift. You
Is
can
he
remind
really
me of
that
Gresh.
character for you?
Yeah, we all know that Goresh wants Garlic Jr. like right now.
Got your tinfoil hat on.
Yep.
You doing the
But-
conspiracy, all the math that he does.
But I'm gonna be real honest with you guys. I saw someone else go ahead and say that they think the Hatchiyack is coming. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. But the guy he was from the Dragon Ball movie, The Plan to Eradicate the Saiyans. He was the Tuffle. I don't know if you guys remember him. Please tell me you guys remember. He was like pink and
I
like
do.
red. He looks weird.
Yeah,
bro.
he's like reddish.
Yeah.
He looks like a cyborg, like a red cyborg, Tuffle, whatever. He's really damn weird, man.
Yeah, so I saw, he's never been in the game. He's never been mentioned in the game. Well, what if we get that man's? Like, honestly, that would be. He's still movies, so.
He's not that character though, man. No one knows
Is
him.
he though? Is he?
I don't know, man. Like, someone in the chat said he's the main antagonist in Dokkan, bro. This is the Dokkan collab that we've been waiting for.
he is that character that nobody knows his name, but he's that character.
Yeah, when you summon for, he's not even gonna have a name. That's what his name is gonna be. It's just that. It's like that
What's his
character.
name? Hatchiyack?
Like Hatchiyack, I don't
It's
know,
like
bro.
Hatchiyack, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god,
yes.
bro. Everyone's gonna be so hyped for that character.
He can like what was his special? He can like absorb stuff and or something like that. He can absorb like the key blast or I don't know. Wasn't it like that with his weird greenish things on his body? Like I don't even know.
He's gonna be
Yeah.
regen
Call them.
confirmed
no.
regen.
Yeah, I'm looking at his like wiki right now, and it says he has hate energy manipulation, so he can manipulate
yes.
hate energy. He runs
Very
on
strong.
hate.
Yeah.
That's right.
He was
he can
weird,
absorb
yeah.
it.
Such a weirdo. Exactly, yeah. He can absorb some.
Every time he sent a good party, he gets stronger in the next match.
Yep. You're gonna see all the boo messages, the drain your tears every time
Yeah.
someone uses this man. Oh my god, bro. Yeah, so we got that to be looking forward to. When does this air? Do you got? Or right, it says it right there.
It is
Cool.
July 13th. It's I guess 1400 UTC. I'll have to do like the conversion to see exactly what time that is my time, but yeah, it should be July 13th. So
Okay.
Yep.
So we have that to be looking forward to for this week in Dragon Ball Legends news. We got the video and stuff. It's going to be a short one, but this is definitely, I would say anniversary has already concluded. For me, at least, I feel like
Yeah.
this is it. We're going to just go back to dryness a little bit. So I don't know if this is going to be exactly anything too hype. So that's why I kind of feel like it's going to be maybe like an all-star banner. But as you guys do know, for second anniversary, we did get 2 more anniversary rising banners after the initial banners, right? So maybe we have one more anniversary banner. I'm not too sure. Hopefully it's skippable. Oh, I'm not gonna lie, I definitely do
Yeah.
want it to be skippable. I need to spare some CC, man. We just got hit with the limit break banner. We got hit with Gohan. We got hit with all this stuff.
Yeah.
Talking about the limit break banner, did you guys realize that emergency maintenance, and if you haven't summoned on the banner, it will return on Wednesday?
Ooh, that's a dub.
oh,
Did
that
you guys
is a good
realize
thing because
Only
that was
if
actually
you haven't summoned.
Oh, okay.
that was actually one thing I thought about. I was like, if somebody didn't summon on that and they were just like waiting until the last minute and then they're just basically screwed. So I am glad to hear that for sure.
The thing is, though, they have
Is
like
that
a
confirmed?
huge advantage now. Yeah, it's confirmed. It's in the news.
Okay.
It's a huge advantage because my thinking right now. Do you guys remember the Gohan video and stuff, right? I think it aired on Tuesday, but it didn't drop Wednesday. It actually dropped like Friday. And we have the
Yeah.
same thing going on here. And if you do the math, you could be really screwed and won't be able to use your Z power for the new units because they will expire.
You mean like if you
Oh.
were saving? Oh yeah, the regular Z power
Yep.
in the gift box, and then
Yep.
also if you're trying to save like 2
And
LF
if you
Z
had
powers,
the
yeah.
LF, yep, they will be expired when the new banner will be live, basically.
Oh, okay, so they want to
you
make
summon too
sure you
early.
can't just summon for the new unit and then just immediately pop them off to 6 stars or something like that.
But if you
Yeah.
haven't summoned, you have way more time, right? You have
Yeah.
like 5 more days.
Exactly.
That
than
is
the
true.
other people who have
That is
summoned
true.
earlier. So that's like a huge advantage. If a new LFs drop and the people who summoned earlier, they're pretty much screwed. They have like 1 less LF multi-Z power to use on the new unit. Or even the normal Z power.
Yeah.
Like there are so many like what? 3 200s and like 4 100s or something like that. And you basically have to use them before and you can't do it on the new unit. But the people
Well,
who
let's
didn't
just-
summon still have the chance Wednesday, right?
Right.
Yeah, that's actually
Let's
true.
just hope it's not another LF unit, man, because like I don't know if I could. I mean, honestly, even if they drop another LF unit, I'm probably just skipping because it's like I'm just dry on CC right now, and
There's no way, right?
I
no
mean,
way to
dude,
do another one.
I wouldn't
There
be
is a way, man.
surprised, but I hope not. I genuinely hope not.
Me too.
'cause, I mean, we got Gogeta, we got Zamasu,
never
we got
surprised
this
again.
Gohan, so there's
Thanks
3
to the
LFs
Gohan
right
banner.
there within a span of like 4 or 5 weeks. Like, it's just, I really hope they don't
Yep.
drop another one.
Yeah.
Thanks to that Gohan ban, I'm not surprised anymore. No, seriously.
Oh yeah,
whatever,
nowadays
buddy,
with Legends,
whatever,
bro, nothing really surprises me, but like I still have my hopes, I guess. But yeah, at the end of the day, nothing surprises me with Legends anymore.
I would cry. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys.
Every week, new LF, man.
Yep.
We are at that point.
We're stepping into Dokkan territory.
Yep.
All right.
1 LF, next week, a better LF. Easy.
All right. So that being said, we're gonna go ahead and hop in for a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to be answering questions from you guys in the chat. Alrighty, guys. So now we are back and we are ready to go ahead and answer some questions. So go ahead. There are some questions in the chat, and we'll see what we got.
Let me see those questions.
True.
No one was prepared.
I know.
Let's be honest.
True.
They are
were
thinking right now.
they were mesmerized by World Flight.
They're still listening to the music.
Yep.
Where can I watch World Flight? That's gonna be the question.
Yeah. All right. So, well, I think Woods for an All-Star banner. Or so, do you think it will be an All-Star banner or an LF banner? Personally, I think it'll just be an All-Star banner. And that's what I'm praying for. What do you guys think?
I mean, I would prefer that over an LF just because, you know, the obvious that we just got 3 LFs like back to back recently. But who knows at this point? Like Noctis said, they really can't surprise us with anything. At this point, they've done everything.
Yeah. I would like to see an All-Star banner over an LF banner, for sure. I mean, honestly, All-Star banners are the guaranteed sparking. You know, usually they have a decent roster of units to where, like, even if you don't pull the new unit, you'll get some copies of some older sparkings that are still viable in the meta. So I would say All-Star banner, but I don't know. I think they do realize everybody's kind of dry on CC right now, and you know they did drop the step up sale or whatever. I'm not even sure what or like how good that sale is, but I don't know. I would prefer All Star, but who knows?
So yeah,
What is it? You
roughly
get
from
5,000
the
CC for
step up,
$42.
Okay.
and you get like 7,800 for like what 70-ish. I know it's 75 euro for me. I don't know how many dollars it is on the for you guys on the.
That'd be
NA
about
store. But
It'd
But
be about like $8 or $9 per
83.
1,000 multi, which isn't horrible. So yeah, I guess that sale isn't horrible. My bad. What were you gonna say, Noctis?
I mean, I'm sure the first step is like $7.99. The second step should be like 21-ish. And then it's like 40-ish for the last step. And you get like 700, I think 2,001, no, 2,300 or something like that. It's a really weird number. And then you get like 5k in the end.
Okay.
So yeah, if you're down to buy the bots and the battle pass and you're like, it's worth it to get the sale, then I'd say go and grab it, but I still wouldn't recommend it and still keep the real budget going with the bots and just the battle pass, because you're way better off doing just those. But if you don't mind giving the extra dip, you can go for it. It's not a bad deal. It's like roughly, very roughly 100cc per dollar if you take it like very rough and round it up. So yeah, but the bots and the battle pass gives you way more for less money. So yeah, it's really hit or miss. If you're down, do it. If not, then just ditch it. Don't even hesitate. If you're not willing to, just don't do it. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. That 14-day bot is a decent deal, I would say. I think it's like 2,500 CC or something like that.
That's a really good deal. The best deal is the battle pass, then it's the big bot, and then it's the small bot. That's basically how it goes. And then there's pretty much that step up sale or whatever we call it that's going on right now. That's like the priority in my book.
Oh yeah, for sure.
If you're a budget.
Also, shout out to my boy Pomzor in the chat right now.
Let's go. He's almost back too. He should be coming back tomorrow, so you guys could definitely look forward to that, having the host back. All right, so for the next question, is that I'm not going to read out the name, but he says, when will there be an LF assist unit? You know, I did. Okay, well, his name is These Balls in Your Mouth.
Whoa!
I love how Brad just pops in to say that. He's like, no, read it, dude, read it.
It'll be fine.
Oh man. Okay. So
What was?
All right. My bad. All right.
So what was the question again?
So the question was, when will there be an LF assist unit? I think that, and personally for me, I think an LF assist unit is anniversary worthy, because the only thing that I can think of when I think of an LF assist unit is a fusion unit where you just have a Goku, or you'll have a Vegeta, or you'll have a Goten or a Trunks,
Dude,
and
yes.
then just with the assist, like a assist unit like that, they come in, you transform, but instead of transforming, you do a fusion, and you go into the fusion unit.
Dude, that would be sick.
I don't know, man. Azdeek, I'm seeing a man of culture in chat saying LF 17 and 18, and I kind of like that. I like the sound
That's
of that.
another-
That sounds very
That
good.
sounds sick
That's
too.
another good option.
That
That's another good
super,
option.
Yeah. But they would probably be buffing Future though. That's Future and Androids more than likely, but I don't know if Future needs that. I don't know if Future needs all that right now. Or maybe, because they love
hybrids.
buffing Future, so we'll probably get another anniversary based around Future,
Dude,
and they'll shaft
they'll
GT.
buff twins. Twins, the most OP
Twins
tag in the game.
You are absolutely correct. The Twins tag needs it.
That is a good point though, Azdeek.
I mean,
if they
that-
did do a dual 17 and 18, it probably would be Future. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And did hybrids need the Gohan buff? No.
Yeah, that's
It's true.
That is very true.
They don't care.
Why should we?
But yeah, I don't know what other LF unit would warrant an assist besides those ones that I mentioned right there. The LF 17 and 18, LF like a fusion assist maybe. Who else? Who else would warrant it? Maybe if
Goku Black and Zomas.
oh, you know what? I can't believe that slipped my
Yeah.
mind. We need more future
I didn't even
buffs.
think about that. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be pretty sick too. If they ever made
Nah.
like a free to play LF, like, you know, hopefully, maybe, they could even do like a Mecha Frieza and King Cold. Like how Dokkan has like their own LR Mecha Frieza and King Cold, right? I wouldn't want them necessarily to just copy Dokkan in this aspect though, but it would be a decent option.
The problem with, okay, so don't get me wrong, I would love to see a dual LF unit, but when I think about like dual units, it almost feels like one unit, and then like you see the second unit like every once in a while, like during the green card or something like that.
Yeah, during
but like
the rush.
overall animations is still one unit, so it's like if they did a dual LF unit, I would really want to see them do it properly, to where and that brings up more issues like how they would even do it, but I would want to see a more like split in the animations, but that like I said, that's still going to be tough for them to even do in the first place. But I don't know. You could see like a Goku Vegeta unit. You could see like I think I saw somebody say Goku Piccolo. You could see like I don't know. I guess there is some options, but for an LF unit, it would almost have to be like a worthy point in the anime and be like, you know, a really hype moment. So I don't know. That's a good question, though. I like that question for sure.
The way I would see is if they would swap characters, like maybe you pop a green card and then like going back to 17, 18, like you're playing as 18, you swap over to 17. Or it could be like Bojack, use your main ability, pop the ultimate move, and then you switch to the other character and you play as that character for the rest of the match. I don't know, it's just different ways, either just popping the main ability, using green card. You know, if they maybe borrow from another model of a previous character to help like lighten the load or something. I don't know, but I feel like it'd be cool, like that you brought that up. Something they could do in the future potentially.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. For Fusion, I could see that revival mechanic basically, where Goku or Vegeta gets enough damage and they ditch and fuse and come back.
That would be sick, just like the old school games. Like that, I would be 100% down for that.
It would be weird if it's like a main ability and they suddenly like peace out and fuse because of a main ability. You know what I mean? It feels kind of weird.
Yeah.
Like it has to be like Gohan, like some animation because he revives or dies, whatever you call it, and then he comes back and has that sick animation, right? And not like a weird main ability for a fusion. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, I could definitely see it as a revive.
That'd be sick.
That would be dope. I would be down for that 100%. At that point, if we get that far,
like that, yeah.
we definitely would start needing to buff like movies, or not movies, episode tags, because we already saw it with the free-to-play Gokus. What if that LF unit in the future would actually be buffing the Majin Buu saga and stuff like that? I could definitely see them, a unit of that like stature, just buffing the entire Majin Buu saga. I don't know how I would feel about it ultimately. I don't know how it would be in game, because then you'd have people running him alongside Zenkai 7 Fat Buu. But it's interesting. Be an interesting thing.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, moving on to the next question from A35612221. Says that if summonable ultras become a thing, do you think they will be more generous about LFs? I think that'd be like on the same stature. If yeah.
That's rude. I like that name. I'm a fan.
What were you about to say, Noctis?
Brad is killing me right now.
Like
I'm
that
dead,
name.
bro.
Literally, I like that name.
I do like that name as well.
VIPM.
But
Anyway, alright, what was the question? Yeah, the rates for LFs. I think they will put LFs permanent to 0.5.
0.5?
And make ultras, yep, and make ultras the new 0.25 on release. That's what I think.
I would be okay with that. I feel like that's fair.
That's what most other gachas actually do when there's like a new summonable rarity. They actually just do that basically. So it would be kind of awful if they don't, and if they actually lower the rates of the ultra and still have LFs at 0.25. It would be so bad.
Because at that point you have community outrage. Like you have people actually getting like super upset, like way more upset than we see right now already. So I mean, and this is a topic I've been seeing more and more people talking about recently. Like if they do, like whenever they do drop the summonable ultra units, like they're gonna raise the LF to like you said, like keep it permanently at 0.5, and then the ultra is like the new 0.25. That's definitely a good way to like ease in the summonable ultra units, make sure the community's okay with it. Like, you know, okay, we're raising the LF rates, but then here's ultra. So I mean, that does make sense.
Yeah.
Also, it could be like a tease with those banners we have right now, where they actually just do that and have 0.5. Like the last two ultimate shaft up banners
Yep.
with the 0.5 on all LFs. I feel like they're testing it. I feel like they're really testing it, seeing how it is.
I definitely do like it a lot more that way too. It's the 0.5. But honestly, like if they do, because I think it's inevitable that we're going to see summonable ultra units eventually. I would kind of be heartbroken a little bit if they were just, you know, they kept the 0.25 still, and then they just made it even, or the 0.025, whatever it is, and they made the ultras even more difficult to summon for. Imagine if they decreased the percentage even more.
Dude, it just scares me because when I think about Ultra, okay, so like look at Ultra Goku or even Ultra Vegeta. We play them right now at 14 stars, so that's kind of partly what makes them so good. What I'm really nervous about is if they do come out with these summonable ultra units and the rates are very, very low. Like we don't even know, they could come out and they're higher than we think they're going to be, but let's say they do drop ultra units and the rates are very low. You know, it's going to be really hard to pull them, and then when you do finally pull them, how good is a 2 or 3 star ultra unit going to compete in the meta? And all the examples that we have to look at right now is basically just Ultra Goku and Ultra Vegeta. We don't know anything else. So, I mean, when I look at a 2-star Ultra Goku, it's not that impressive in my opinion. But
nope, not at
so
all.
that's what I'm nervous about. I don't know. I agree. We will eventually see probably ultra or summonable ultra units. Excuse me. We probably will eventually see that, but I'm just nervous, man. I don't know, you know, if it's going to be low rates, then who knows if it's even going to be worth summoning for. Obviously, it just depends how good each individual unit is going to be, but I don't know. I'm definitely kind of nervous about it.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. If they're going to make summonable ultra units, they have to be like 10 cuts above the ultra units that we have right now. Because you guys can, in chat, you guys can go ahead and say like, oh, well, the 14-star ultra units that we have right now aren't bad. But that, like how Swift said, that's 14 stars, right? If you get just, if you spend like 30k CC on a 2-star ultra unit that you summon for, and he's like the same value as like a 2-star ultra Goku, like that is going to be like one of the lowest blows. They're going to absolutely have to like make them... They're going to have to beef them up, basically, for the Ultra Summonables.
Yeah, and I mean, there's not a question, there's not a doubt in my mind that summonable Ultra units probably, or not even probably, we know they will be better than the free-to-play Ultra units. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, the question is how good.
Exactly.
What I feel like is there's two situations what they can do. First, what we said before, the 0.5 for all LFs and 0.25 for the Ultra. Or they will have lower rates, but you get more Z power. Like basically 999 or even 1k. So you have them at 3 stars with 1 copy. So they give you the more Z power, so you have the more stars, so they can perform better and have a better Z ability to begin with when you get the first copy.
Okay.
That does make sense.
Every rarity you get different Z power, right? And why would they give 600? 600 is already like sparking level. Why would they give 600? That would be weird. When heroes give 100, extreme 250, and sparking 600, make ultras give more.
Oh, yeah,
right?
I see how you're looking at it now.
That could
does make
also be a
sense.
thing.
Yeah.
Could also be a thing. Just saying.
I think they should even implement that for LF units because, you know...
They should have, yeah.
Because for LF...
They're listed as sparkings, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we're getting greedy now, guys. No, I'm just kidding.
But yeah, I think I 100% think that should be implemented across both LFs and Ultras for the Ultra Summonables in the future. And, you know, because for LF units, a lot of people will scramble for they'll get a 2-star LF unit, and they'll be like, okay, well, I need to go ahead and find a way to get, you know, the LL power to go ahead and get them 3 stars so they can get a way better Z ability, right? Like, it's massively better. Like, what, Gohan buffs, doesn't he buff like 1 stat, like at 19%, 2 stars, and then at 3 stars he buffs 2, and then he buffs 2 tags? Something like that, right? Let me check.
Yeah, let me double check real quick. I
you
know
mean
he
the
I know he picks
revival?
up the Sun
Yeah.
family buff at 6 stars. He picks up the hybrid buff at 3 stars. Is his 2-star buff a singular buff?
Let me see. I'm trying to see that as well. Yeah, so at 2 stars, he's only
No,
getting
it's
19 to both base strike attack and defense, though, at the very least.
Yeah.
But only 19%.
Okay, so it's still a double
Two
buff.
movies there.
But yeah.
Yeah. And then at 2 stars.
The thing is, they changed that. Before on the early LFs, they didn't give double stat.
Yeah.
That's what you mean.
Yeah.
That's what you're thinking about.
Yeah.
They only give like 1 stat. But now the newer LFs start with that double stat to only 1 tag. But it's not anymore that they only buff 1 tag with like only 1 stat. That was terrible.
Yeah, it was.
Like
it
a
was
90%
really, really bad.
or some trash to 1 single tag. That was terrible. And at 3 stars, it was like a double stat and 2 tags. So they really like, yo, get that copy, man. Get that
Exactly.
copy. At 2 stars, he's kind of bad. Get that copy. Get the Z ability at least, right?
Exactly.
But yeah, I'm glad they don't do that anymore and start with the double stat. That was a good start. That was a good direction.
Yeah, I agree. We'll go ahead and praise them for that. We'll be positive in here. Thank you, Toshi, for stepping.
Thank you.
Yeah. But yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Multi-Z power. Like, oh my gosh, multi-Z power
Yep.
is one of the best things they've ever done to this game.
Yup.
Yep.
MHA, the strongest hero. I have nightmares. Yep.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Shout out to Palm.
Of course.
True.
And then there's some people.
Thank you guys for tuning
And then
in.
there's some people. Tom is great and all, but where's Tom?
Yeah, Tom is overdue for an appearance on here. We'll get Tom. I
Zilch.
promise you guys. Zilch and Tom will be on here eventually. All right. With that being said, we're
But
gonna
yeah,
get and
Pom,
hop on
you're
out of
amazing,
here.
bro.
Thank you guys for tuning in. You know, this is the 5-9 Gaming crew. We'll see you guys in the next one.
Peace.
Peace, everybody.